And today's interview is about thyroid awareness. And I want to welcome Maureen Nyangati Murithi. So today we have a very special guest, Nyangati Murithi, CEO of euthryve Foundation. She's here to talk about thyroid health, a condition many people live with silently. Thank you for joining us today. Nyangati, before we go deep, can you tell us more about yourself and euthryve Foundation?
Okay, good evening. My name is Maureen Nyangati Murithi. I'm a nurse by profession, a critical care nurse by profession. I'm also the founder of euthryve Foundation.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm also a stylist.
Wow, that's really nice. Welcome to my live Nyangati Murithi, and we are really happy to have you today.
Thank you.
And I hope you're going to
Thank
learn
you.
something from this live by our beautiful Nyangati Murithi. So I'm going to start with the first one is understanding thyroid. So the first question is, what is the thyroid and what does it do to the body?
Basically, in simpler terms, I would say that the thyroid gland, it is a butterfly-shaped gland that is located on the anterior part of your neck. This gland controls most of the functions in our body. One function is on metabolism, what we eat. In terms of metabolism, when you have hyperthyroidism, that is where you'll find that the patient eats a lot. In hypothyroidism, the patient feeds normally. However, they gain a lot of weight. Unlike in hyperthyroidism, the patient does not gain weight. In terms of your mental status, the thyroid gland controls the way you are able to absorb information in your brain. Like in hyperthyroidism, you'll find that in a patient is hyperactive. That means they have a lot of things running at the same time. That means they have reduced concentration towards every task they are doing. That results to you not giving 100%, a good percentage to the task that you are doing. What will happen as a result? You won't be able to perform the task according to the quality that is required. In hypothyroidism, you'll say that the patient will be having brain fog, basically where you'll be so hard for you to get information, like they forget easily. Yes. In terms of reproduction, some people suffer from infertility because their thyroid hormones are not normal. Unless your hormones are normal, that means you cannot be able to conceive. But when the hormones are normalized, you'll be able to conceive. That is another function of the thyroid hormone, the thyroid gland, because it releases hormones. That is the T3, T4. T3 is triiodothyronine, T4 is thyroxine. Are we together?
Yeah, we are
Yes.
together.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. And what about why
There
is
are many functions.
sorry?
The functions are more.
Okay, so let's jump
But you can just continue.
let's jump to the second question. Why is thyroid sometimes called a silent condition?
The reason is because most of the clinical manifestations aren't physical, aren't outside. They're inside. Your body struggles silently. And you don't... Aisha, tumekam class. No. We're just trying to create awareness.
Yeah, we are passing
So,
on.
Aisha, yes, we are trying to create awareness about
Exactly.
thyroid-related diseases.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that is what you are doing. So, the question was, Why is it called a silent? Like the
Yeah.
clinical manifestations present silently because they are inside our body.
So you can have it, but
Sometimes your body struggles. Some are physical, evidently you can see them, but you don't notice because you won't get to a point where you are not like you're not feeding. You'll be feeding, however, but you can feel I'm fatigued. I'm eating a lot. I have anger issues. I'm easily irritable most of the times. You're not able to concentrate. You're hyperactive, but you don't know. Maybe you say, maybe it could just be something with my body, but you don't. Maybe you could be struggling with something. Yes, until when you're able to check your thyroid hormones, that is when you become alert and say, by the way, this is what I was struggling with. And when you're put on medication, you start
that's
behaving
when
normally
you
and
know.
by the
Yeah.
way, something was wrong with me. And maybe people could thyroid, typhoid. Aisha, no.
Not initially
Typhoid
from
and
the
thyroid
completely
diseases,
different.
they are very different.
So for you to know,
We will make you understand
but you don't know,
by the
right?
end of the session. Yes?
So you can have it, but you don't know.
Yeah, yes, you don't know.
Okay.
Yes, so basically, sometimes the gland can get inflamed, but most of the time you'll find that the gland is not even inflamed. There are different cases. You can have hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism, thyroiditis, a goiter. It depends with how you are presenting.
Is
Because you
goiter
are
and
typhoid,
thyroid the same thing?
it is not the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, typhoid is a fecal oral disease, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And the thyroid is a gland basically. This is a gland that is located on the anterior part of the neck. And that is why I've said we are here to create awareness about the thyroid, the functions, and the thyroid related conditions. So hi the lady, I cannot remember her name.
So types and symptoms. What are the common types of thyroid disorder?
Yes, as I have said, like we have hyperthyroidism. In hyperthyroidism, let me just state a condition and the specific disorder, and then I can state some few clinical manifestations as we proceed. Right? We
Yeah.
start with hyperthyroidism. In hyperthyroidism, this is where we have hypersecretion of the thyroid hormones. These hormones are T3 and T4. And we've said that T3 is triiodothyronine and T4 is thyroxine.
Okay.
Are we together? So when you're given as a drug, you're given a T4, which is the inactive form. And then the body converts it to triiodothyronine, which is the active form in the body. Are we together?
Yeah.
So when you have hyperthyroidism, the patient, you'll see that they have anxiety, anger, they're hyperactive, they're eating a lot, they're not gaining weight. You're getting?
Yeah.
Yes, you find that they have tachycardia. Some of them have tachycardia, palpitations. But the second one, we talk about hypothyroidism. This is where we have now the hyposecretion. Yani, hormones, the T3, T4, zinaproduciwa zikiwa kidogo in the body. And this is where the patient will present with they're always tired. They're always fatigued. They have brain fog, as in before you get to understand things, they're mental, like their thinking becomes slow. They eat little food and then they gain weight. Are you
Okay.
getting? Yes.
Huyu ni lecturer
We have goiter. This is where there's some of patients present differently. In terms of the goiter, that is where the thyroid gland will start evidently becoming big, like you can see it.
Okay.
Yes, and now the difference is some of these people can have goiter and yet their hormones are normal. Yes. And some can have hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism.
Okay.
Another one, you have the thyroid nodules. They're just growths on the thyroid gland. But there you need to definitely do med surg, big man. Okay. Where you need to do your TFTs, the thyroid function test, so that you can be able to know how is your T3, how is your how are your T4 levels, how are your T3, how are your thyroid, how is your thyroid stimulating hormone in the body, right? Yes,
Yeah.
and they even go an extra mile and request you to do fine needle aspiration, where we have a needle getting getting sample from the gland itself, so that it can be tested if it is cancerous. Hey, big man.
The
Okay,
antiform.
thank you. Thank
So
you.
are thyroid symptoms often mistaken for stress or normal fatigue?
Most oftenly they are,
Mm-hmm.
because you'll find that um
Tap tap, guys. Tap tap
more
and share.
oftenly
Mm-hmm.
okay, more oftenly they can be mistaken. A patient present to the hospital with palpitations, they're feeding a lot. You can see that they are just stressed. And then another factor that is considered mostly in hospitals is the financial, maybe is the finances, where you'll find that maybe the TFT levels, they cost around 25 to 45. It depends, or up to 6,000. It depends on the facility where you're doing the test. So the patient tells you that they cannot be able to do the test, so you have to treat the patient clinically. And
Oh,
then most public hospitals don't do TFTs, because you see the test is a bit expensive. Yeah, so and that one becomes another challenge, but it is very possible to be mistaken. However, when a patient presents like that, it is good to go to treat the patients in a more broader way, and so that you can be able to see how are the TFT levels of this patient. By that, you'll be able to timely diagnosis, timely treatment, so that you don't get some kind of complications. Like,
okay.
you see, when I was informed too, I started getting exophthalmos. Like my eyes started popping out. Like they were big. They started getting big. And then the doctor was like, "Oh no, we need to do the radiectomy now." Because
Mm,
now I couldn't have yet the medication properly.
okay. So you found a good
Yeah,
doctor.
yeah. Pardon?
So you found a good doctor, right?
He was a very good. Okay, I can't say that he was a good doctor. They were good doctors, because
Mm,
it is not one. Because you see, I had to transition from childhood to being an adolescent to being a young adult. Yeah, so I can say that they were all good. They were amazing, amazing people, because anytime that I had a concern, they could listen to me, you know. Yeah, sometimes I couldn't get the accurate answers, but if listening is an art. When you listen to me, my
mm,
problem becomes halfway solved, because I have someone who can listen to what I'm going through.
yeah.
Yes. They could listen to me, they could solve, they could tell me that eventually things would get better, they could tell me to adhere to my medication. And it was very nice.
That is really nice to find people who understand you and they want to be any a part of your treatment. So I'm really happy for you, Maureen. So women
Thank
and
you.
thyroid. Why are women more affected by thyroid issues?
One thing about women, it is because of the hormonal levels. You see, men don't have a lot of hormonal levels that, like, they keep on changing. For us, our bodies keep on changing like every day. Let's
Yeah,
say you're 13 years old, right?
yeah.
Your hormones keep changing like every day. You are menstruating. So let's say you have a 21-day cycle. The way you are behaving on the first day, it is not the way that you'll behave on your 14th day, right? Yes, yes, we get pregnant. Your body is subjected to stress, right?
Yeah.
How you are menstruating. Yes, there are a lot of factors in terms of hormonal. Yes. our bodies get more stressed because of the hormones. And in
Oh,
the midst of everything, maybe you could have a family history, iodine levels, issues, and everything. Yeah.
okay. So can thyroid problem affect fertility, pregnancy, or menstrual cycle? Whatever is that you're doing good job. Thank you, Leah, and
Mm-hmm.
welcome. So, can thyroid problems affect fertility, pregnancy, or menstrual cycle?
Yes, 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 yes. You see, for the thyroid hormones, and as I have said in hypothyroidism and in hyperthyroidism, you'll find that maybe in hyperthyroid or in hyper, if the hormones are not maintained, this person is more likely to get a miscarriage.
Okay.
Are you together? Sometimes they don't even conceive
Okay.
because you see, with the hormonal imbalance, you're not able to conceive
Yeah.
because your hormones must be at par
True.
if you are conceiving. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, that is why you find that even for any other hormone, like when you are conceiving, you have to conceive during your peak day, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is not just and around the peak day. It is not just any other time. When you
Yeah.
guys, when you're having the other hormones, like you have this kind of mucus, that is why you are told it is more about hormonal balance. So in terms of infertility, if your hormones are not normalized, you cannot be able even to conceive. And when you conceive, you are most probably you'll come and you can get a miscarriage. There's a person, it's a probability thing.
Yeah.
Yes, the levels of
Mm-hmm.
the TFTs.
Okay.
Yes, if they are more deranged, it will happen. But if it is, a little slight, you can maintain a pregnancy to term. And
Oh.
some people don't.
Mm.
Yes, and in terms of you've asked about fertility, and then what else?
Menstrual cycle.
Yes, it affects your menstrual cycle. A typical example is me. When I was in Form 2, I couldn't adhere to my medication. So, like, I missed my menses for quite some time, almost a year.
Wow.
But I couldn't say. Until one day I thought about it. Hi, what is happening? Sikunyuda. So I went, got a review, said that I had not been adhering to the medication. I
How
was
old
honest.
were you that time?
Yeah,
Ulikuwa
I
like
was around 14.
for 14 years.
Yeah. So but it could the point that it got me stressed is the fact that
Mm-hmm.
I'm going back to school, I'm doing shopping, and then uh, I don't use my pads. I just give them out. But it was so relieving. However, it is not a good thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because sometimes you could get cramps and everything, but wait, if the first month, second month, that is not good. And you're not pregnant. How?
Mm.
So it was not good. So I went, talked to the doctor. He told me that I should adhere to my medication. I started to adhering to my medication, and my cycle came back to normal. Since then, by the way, until now, I've never got any issue with my cycle. I've
That's
never.
good. That's good. That's really good. So, what should young women especially be aware of regarding thyroid health?
What I would say about, yeah, not even young women, even men, because it doesn't only affect women, it
Yeah.
affects both genders. I
Mm-hmm.
would say that it is good to know how to listen to your body. Listen to your body because it will always whisper to you, tell you that I'm struggling. You're getting easily fatigued, becoming irritable. You're hyperactive. Basically, because when I was growing up, I was a very hyperactive kid. Very, like, not even very, extremely hyperactive. Because the things that I could do were me, I wasn't that girl who could sit down, chill, wait. And me, I'm not waiting. For me, I was like, I'm everywhere. Okay, today I'm planting flowers, trees. Tomorrow, I'm cleaning. Like, we couldn't stay for like a week without our TV having an issue. nishahamisha vitu. Today sijui leo we are facing this side, tomorrow we are facing this side, the other day we are facing the other side. My dad would get so angry with me because he knew anytime that I'm at home, something must happen. Yes, and then, concentrating, I could eat a lot, significantly. Irritability, but I was still a kid. You couldn't understand why this is happening. You could just say, I think it is just like a age. But I think the thing that changed everything was the fact that I started getting a growth over here. So my mom noticed there's something when I'm swallowing that it could just go up, go down, tap, tap. Okay. Like there's something that my everything and vision come to pass. Oh, thank you, La. You see, like you could find that we were taking dinner. So my mom noticed something that was just abnormal. And then she told me, hey, by the way, tomorrow we are going to the hospital, because I had frequent like hospital visits. And like when I go to the hospital, always being treated of tonsillitis, your injections. And then those days they could give IM injections. They were very painful. So I could go to the hospital, like, and that day my mom decided, you know what, today I'm taking you to the general hospital. Sometimes you can be going to hospitals, today I'm going to the general hospital. His hospital is private. There were very many, by the way.
Yeah.
So my mom decided, you know what, I'm taking you to the general hospital. We went, and lucky enough, it was on a Monday. It was on a beautiful Monday morning. We went, and the consultants were there, and at my age, so we went to outpatient. They listened to us, and then lucky enough, my mom had a friend who was doing some kind of hospital casual jobs, and she decided, no, you're taking this girl to the consultant in inpatient. But I was second to inpatient, as an outpatient consultation. So we went. They did history taking, physical examination, and on physical examination, that is where the doctor said, by the way, I think it's time we do an ultrasound and TFTs, then what could be happening. So I went, did TFTs, and we did an ultrasound, and there the diagnosis came. I was put on treatment, and everything followed. And that is why I'm saying it is good to keep a closer eye to yourself. Don't just assume that you could be stressed, you could be depressed. No, having anger, anxiety every time that you can. Basically, I could get anger. I could get angry to a point that was very bad. Like we fought with my sister really bad. It was really bad. And the worst was I could get so irritable. Kitu kidogo, like I was so irritable, being hyperactive, you can overlook things. It is not good to overlook things. Just saying that this is a kid, maybe this is how they behave. Yeah, it is good to keep a closer eye to yourself. Keep a closer eye to your children. Keep a closer eye to the people living around you, based on the fact that you are in this life today, right?
Yeah.
That means you have a big opportunity to learn something and change the life of the people who are living near you. Yes. And if you cannot do that, you cannot make them understand. Always never hesitate to make sure that they can reach us at euthryve Foundation, where we will make sure that they get the awareness. Yes. We can refer them to the best consultants. Yes, best hospitals where they'll be able to get, holistic care. And here we will be, to make sure to follow up on you, to support you.
Yeah. So, one thing that I love about you, Maureen, is that despite everything going on, you were still positive about it. Up to now, you're still positive about it. You are showing people out there who feel like giving up that no, 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 there's still hope and we are fighting this together. And that's why I'm so proud of you.
I think
Mm.
uh, when I was a child, like in childhood, when I was struggling with the whole thing, I couldn't understand, In high school, I couldn't understand because the community was so supportive. But they big up to that school because the community was so, so supportive. The place where I thought that I needed help and basically I was struggling was in college because it affected my mental health. Where you have, oh, you see, last year before we close, before the closure of the year, we did a myth busting episode. We did myth busting episodes where we were busting myths that we've heard about the thyroid diseases.
Mhm.
Those are myths. I get to college and tomorrow everybody is saying, that is why she does this. That is why she's doing this. Anytime that you've made me mad. No many cause you don't want me to respond, to talk to you and say this is this and this and this was wrong. You go ahead and tell me that maybe that is why that was not kind. That is why I thought, hiya. By the way, I think this is now stressing. You get, I used to eat a whole bread. I could eat a whole, I could eat a whole bread and So by the way, one thing, but then my parents are so kind. My dad could buy me bread every day, a whole bread.
Remember, there's a day you told me like when you were in college, you used to eat the coconuts donuts, the whole
Mm-hmm.
package. It was 6 pieces, right?
That's sita. Mm-hmm. I think
Yeah.
sometimes, yeah, I could eat like that, you know.
Mm.
And then the point that I saw that it is not only me who is being affected. I got a colleague who was diagnosed with hyperthyroidism. They were put on medication. They were going through the same. Two schoolmates at the same time. They are going through the same. So they could come for consults from the OG.
Yeah. The person with the
The
experience.
OG. And the OG could give them
Yeah, yeah,
positive
yeah,
plans and everything, goals, Yes. And the changing point of everything was when I finished school. But I used to say, why is it that you
yeah.
cannot just get somewhere where you can just raise your concern and get the typical real answers? Why? So when I finished school, I struggled. That 2019 and 2020 I struggled. 2019 most of it I
Mhm.
really struggled, and I could ask, why is it that there is no platform, where there is nobody who is outside there where I can ask all these questions? Because I don't know what is true and what is a lie. And I decided,
Yeah.
you know what? I'll work on myself, make sure that I understand things, and get real life experience too, because I need to understand, is it me or is it the condition? And basically I can say that it is just you. Adhere to your medication and then work on yourself. These are things that are easily solved. It is not hard. And it is not. These are modifiable factors. If it's until we say that it is nothing that can be done, imagine there's always something that you can do. I believe in that. There is always something that you can do.
Mm.
Always, always. Even if you've given up on everything, there's something that you can still, despite how little it is. It can make a huge milestone in someone's life, in your life. Yes.
So, on the parts of myths and awareness, what are some common myths about thyroid?
Mhm. One, it only affects women.
That one is the
I
most
think
common. Mm-hmm.
I think the first time I ever saw a man. Yes, I saw a man who was affected when I was a child. However, I couldn't think. I think my brain was not just alert to the external surrounding in terms of that. That guy had a bigger growth. I think he never got the support for treatment and everything. I never see him nowadays, by the way. I've never seen him again. But I used to see him in those days and I never questioned. And I think he never got the relevant support because you need money, finances, you being on medication, to go for physician reviews. At some point, you'll need a general surgeon review.
The thyroid
You
is
see,
really expensive.
it's expensive.
Oh.
It is expensive. So, and then you see for the TFTs, like monthly, like per test, I think they charge. I think the lowest that I've ever paid, we used to pay around 2100. You see, that is not like little amount.
Yeah.
And that is in a one facility. That means in other facility, the highest you can do, maybe you can give it a 6,000 to 2,000. And in this economy, it can even go to 7,000. Because times have changed. Medications, you see, like different companies producing different things. And then, in terms of medication, there are companies where you'll find that the drug is doing better. These one have little side effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's another big challenge. Another myth. So I was saying about affecting women. So that was the man. But I think my brain was not just conscious about everything that was happening. So fast forward years later, I find people like men. I think I've met men who are affected, and we've had conversations, and we've had conversations.
So
Another myth
Mhm.
is infertility.
Infertility.
Yes, that people who are having thyroid issues are infertile. Imagine that is not true.
So people with
Yes,
thyroid can give birth to healthy babies and have healthy
yes,
babies. Okay.
yes, yes. Basically, they live a very normal life. If the only thing is you have to keep your hormones normal. Another thing, you have to work on yourself because you have to have your confidence. Make sure that something, but then for me right now, I don't think there is something that you can say and it affects me because I went through the whole process.
Mm.
I know how it feels to be disadvantaged, and I know how it feels to be advantaged. And I know also how it feels to have a platform where you can bring up a question, and it is addressed in the right way. Because
Yeah.
I know when I missed that and when I decided, you know what, I think it's time for me to go and find out about all this.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Can someone look healthy but still have thyroid problems?
Mm,
That one we answered, yeah.
yes, you can. As I have said, it is good to listen to your body more closely.
Yeah.
More closely. Yes, listen, because the body, before it screams, it whispers.
True.
It keeps on whispering. For example, if you get before you get pneumonia, what happens? You start getting a fever,
There's
kabaka,
pain. Yeah.
yes. Your body keeps on whispering to you that you're not
Same
okay, and then you
signal.
keep you keep you keep critiquing it. When I
Yeah.
critique too, until you even go ahead confidently and blue tick it. It is not good. Kindly monitor yourself. Take a closer look on how you are, your mental status, your physically, how are you, like mentally, how are you present. Am I having a tachycardia? Because you're not supposed to feel are you having palpitations? You're not supposed to be having palpitations. So
Mm,
why are you not going to get checked?
true.
Yes, it is good to listen to your body more closely so that I am having this issue. Let me address it. This is the best way to address it. Let me get a quick consult, and
Mhm.
then you'll get treatment, and as I've said, it is good for timely diagnosis, timely treatment. Yes.
So is the thyroid lifelong condition or it can be managed effectively?
So, let's say today I'm diagnosed with hyperthyroidism, maybe my thyroid gland, they put me on treatment, right? And because it's hyperthyroidism, they'll give me carbimazole, okay, any drug like carbimazole, methimazole, yes. And then they can also give me propranolol, okay, because of the tachycardia, to reduce the heart rate and protect my heart, right?
Yeah.
So, and then at some point, the doctor says, I think it is time we can do a thyroidectomy. And the surgeon reviews the patient and they decide to do a partial thyroidectomy. Now, that is where a treatment plan comes in. We have partial thyroidectomy and total thyroidectomy. Let me get into it. In total thyroidectomy, this is where the gland is removed whole. Inatolewa yote. That means after that, you have to be on thyroxine supplementation for the rest of your life. Are we together?
Yeah.
That means you have to be on thyroxine supplementation for the rest of your life. In total, thyroidectomy. Thyroidectomy is the removal of the thyroid gland. In partial thyroidectomy, partial, as the name suggests, it is partial, like a part of it is removed. So the thyroid gland, part of it imetolewa. Are we together?
Yeah.
So this is what it means. Imetolewa. Sometimes they can put you on medication, on thyroxine medication, and then the other part that has remained will start functioning, and then you'll stop the medication. Are we together? So the treatment plan makes the whole difference. There are people that have to be on medication and others don't need to be on medication.
Okay. So on the part of testing and access, so when should someone decide to get tested for thyroid issues?
I would say the clinical manifestation, as we had discussed. If you're presenting with some kind of clinical manifestations of hyperthyroidism, I think it's basically how are you feeling. Number two, if you start getting, an inflammation around your neck, it is good for you to go to the hospital, get checked. You can take history taking with physical examination, with radiological examination, laboratory investigations. They can get a diagnosis. Yes. I
Okay.
think with clinical manifestations, how you are presenting, that's it. Listen to your body more closely.
So kile kitu ambayo umesisitiza mostly is you listen to your body.
Listen to your body, because it keeps on whispering. As I've said, the only way that you can know how you are presenting is you knowing, because it's, let's say nakula sana, right?
Yeah.
But not every time. There's sometimes that we get cravings, but you cannot take 2 plates like every day.
True.
Right? Yes, you're not gaining weight. Very irritable. Having anxiety issues. Anxiety to a point that mwalimu akikuita darasa, you even sweat from the palms of your hands. Yes, you get tremors.
Is that
You have hair loss. Your nails become brittle. Are you getting? Yes, brain fog, like you're in class but you cannot understand the concept that is being discussed in class. You listen and then you forget very fast. You have weight gain. Easy fatigability. Anytime that you sit down, you feel like sleeping. Yes, I think it's more observing yourself. Your eyes start popping out. Your skin changes. Yes.
okay?
Being hyperactive, you're just everywhere.
Thank you, Sala. So Are the thyroid tests accessible and affordable in Kenya?
They are accessible.
Mm-hmm.
You see, in terms of accessibility,
Mm.
you can find them in some hospitals. Some hospitals, not all hospitals.
Mm-hmm.
And but I've never seen any county hospitals, a hospital doing TFT unless KNH. But there in KNH they were doing by when I was there. But I don't know for the other hospitals. I am not sure. Secondly, I would say that in terms of accessibility,
Mm.
no, in county hospitals, they are, most of them are not doing. And then costs. Something it can be accessible, however, it is not affordable. In
Yeah.
terms of affordability,
Mm-hmm.
you can say that as I had said, that we can give it a range of from 2,000, maybe at a 1,500. It depends the hospital, but from let's give it 2,000 to 6,000.
Yeah.
And then you need to get a review, and then you have to get reliable, because sometimes I remember I could do some lab works on the thyroid function test, and then the doctor tells you kindly don't do tests from this lab again because they are not reliable.
Yeah.
So you need to get a reliable lab, because you see lab is about reagents and how well are they, how well do you get them from the manufacturer, how are they transported, how do you store them. Yes,
Yeah.
and then they are affected by temperatures.
Mm.
Yes, that is another thing. Yeah.
Okay, so what advice do you give to people who fear getting a diagnosis?
Hmm? If you're getting a diagnosis, for me, I would go for get that diagnosis in case you need to be supported. That is why we, as Youthryve Foundation, we are here. We have this platform. It is not like when I was there was nobody that I could have asked questions. Here you are. You can go get that diagnosis. Be on that treatment. If you have any issue, we'll take you through the whole journey. We'll support you. You're on medication. You know, yeah, we will tell you, by the way, we'll remind you to take your medication, Yeah,
Yeah.
and we're having a lot of things that we
Okay.
need to do, but with time we'll make sure that we make it so easy for our
Okay.
patients.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we get you that application, we get you that reminder. Yes, so that you can be on medication, you can comply to that diet, to that workout, work on yourself to make sure that you're doing well. Yes, and you become comfortable, you live a normal life, thrive, win. Hmm.
Okay. So
Hmm.
this is a really important part. So on the mental health and support, which really affects many people.
Mm-hmm.
Many people are still in denial. They
Mm-hmm.
don't want to accept the fact that they are having this condition and it's probably lifetime condition. So how
Mm-hmm.
does thyroid illness affect mental health and self-esteem?
How does it? Okay. To begin with, it is a chronic illness. For it depends with at what point is the diagnosis made. And,
Mm-hmm.
and it will affect you because any time that a diagnosis is disclosed to you, what happens? You get stressed. Si ndio anytime that you are ill, hata ukuwa na homa, you get stressed, right? That is a normal mechanism for everybody. You get stressed. That is one and when you get stressed, what happens? You have emotional, like today you are sad. In the next minute you can laugh. The next minute you are sad
Okay.
again. So I
Not
think
outburst.
one is emotionally it will affect you.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing in terms of mental health is anxiety. Let me discuss anxiety. I remember, let me give you a real life story. When I was in primary school, I could get anxiety. Mwalimu akiniuliza swali, like I could get anxiety. I couldn't even be able to answer the question. And on top of that, you get tremors. Unatetemeka. Becomes so bad.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Because okay, by then I was having hyperthyroidism. In terms of another thing about mental health, you can be in a class where unasoma, right?
Yeah.
And where you're in this class, you giving it your all so that you can score good grades, right?
Yeah.
And then you're still not performing. Tomorrow you read something today, tomorrow you cannot even remember what you read. Brain fog.
So it's
Another
really
thing, when you sit down, yes,
so it's really a challenge.
it is a big challenge. And then in terms of irritability, kakitu kadogo hivi, you are very mad. Very,
Mm-hmm.
very mad, by the way. Yes, and then everybody around you starts questioning. How is she? And then maybe a diagnosis is made, and then these people know that you're not well, and then you're on treatment. And then the question that follows everything that you do is, maybe that is why she behaves like this. Maybe that is why she doesn't do like things like this. It affects you mentally. Sometimes you won't be able to speak it out and say it out loud. However, it affects you so much and it makes you so uncomfortable around everybody around you, because you don't know, who do I even trust if this is what they said in my absentia. Maybe someone comes and tells you. Yeah, sometimes you get angry. Yes. Another thing in terms of mental health is depression. When you have brain fog, right?
Yeah.
Like the next thing that will result is depression. So now, I think
Yeah.
it's a big challenge, because it is good for people to, and that is why, okay, it is good for people to support you, people who are around you to support you. Because for me, if I never got the support I got from my parents, from my friends, it was really bad, because every time you struggle, you don't even know who to talk to. However, I only had one friend, that is the friend that I could tell. And they're like, okay, but I don't know. I cannot even judge, because sometimes they don't even know how to help. They just listen to you. It's a big challenge.
Thank
And maybe sometimes you're even put on medication, and even you don't even know the mode of action. And you're struggling with the diagnosis, with the drugs, and maybe you get some little adverse effects, or some side effects here and there.
Okay.
Becomes quite challenging. However, with help and with real conversations, with real life experiences about everything, you're able to pick up. And kumbe this problem can be solved. Mi hata ndo nilikuwa najipea stress. I think you can have a problem, however, the way you sort it matters a lot. You can have a big problem, but the way you sit down, get help, come up with strategies on how you're going to work on that, how you're going to solve that problem matters a lot. Because let's say I'm having maybe today I'm weighing 75 or 80 kgs, right? I'm not saying that weight is bad. However, I'm just giving it a typical example for myself, because I've never weighed that. For me, that would be overweight. And maybe I'm short. I'm shorter. And then I'm having hypothyroidism. What would be the best plan and course of action, right? Yes. One, and the diagnosis has already been made, and I'm on medication, and I'm not adhering at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, I come up with a plan. I decide, you know what, from today I'll be adhering to my medication. Secondly, I'll obey my diet to make sure that I have some little carbs, vegetables, some protein. You're getting me. I, take a lot of water, and then I work out. Yes, work on my mental status too. Because when you're working on your mental, there are people who are when they are stressed, they tend to eat a lot.
Yeah.
Work on your mental status, because
Yeah.
that is something that I did. And I got to the weight that I wanted. And I have, as I had said, there's always something that you can do. Don't feel bad about it. I think stressing yourself does not solve a problem. You coming up with a solution, planning, strategizing and coming up with a solution solves the problem, the whole issue. Other than every day worrying about something, and worrying won't help you. What will help you is you. This is what okay, I need help. Okay, where can I get this help? Okay, maybe I can reach out to euthryve, and okay, maybe I can reach out to a friend. We can go to this page. Very soon we'll be having our website, so you can get us there. So maybe I can visit their website. Maybe I can visit their app, and then you get the relevant help. Maybe I can reach them directly via phone call. Maybe, I have a question, this and this and this and this and this. And then we see how you're going to maneuver that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really nice. And if you do that, it will help a lot of people.
A lot. Yeah.
So about euthryve Foundation and the support. So what program or activities does euthryve Foundation run? Excuse.
So, as I had said earlier, in euthryve, we are creating awareness, support, and you're also building a community where everybody will feel seen, heard.
Yeah.
Yes. So the activities that we have so far been engaged in is one is we're having daily posting of information about the thyroid gland, the thyroid related diseases. Posting.
Yeah.
Number two, we are having lives. Yeah, TikTok. Yes. Number three, I also have, by the way, you have a WhatsApp channel at
Yeah.
euthryve Foundation. All our social media platforms, pages are at euthryve Foundation. Another
I've seen
thing, you've
it.
also done an interview with a podcast that is The Corridor. You can check it out. Another thing that we are doing is that on the third week of this month, we are starting to go to schools to create awareness in schools. Hey, I'm super, super excited. This month we also have community visit where we'll go train to create awareness in the village.
Yeah.
We go to this place, teach people about it. Yes, we've been having home visits and one-on-one client meetup. Yes, conversations with our clients. Those are private conversations, like our clients approach us that we're having this and this and this. Yes, we also do that. Yes, and we don't charge. We are a non-profit organization, non-profit, gaining organization. Yeah, like
So
we're not
people can
charging
follow you
anything.
on the WhatsApp channel. What is the name of the WhatsApp channel?
euthryve Foundation.
Yeah, because I've seen you've been posting a lot of information, teaching people like the signs, the symptoms, and all of that. So, how can someone with thyroid issues get help or support from the foundation?
One, we're giving information in terms of we are teaching, creating awareness, making you understand. This is the diagnosis that was made, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how did they get to that diagnosis? We can help you analyze your lab results. We can get, we have a board.
Salam. Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have a board where we have like board members. I'm not talking about like a board, another board. I'm talking about board members. Yes, of the foundation, where we do consultation from and for our clients. Yes, maybe this is what how did they get to that diagnosis, you are put on this treatment regime. Okay, we follow up in terms of, are you taking your medication? Yes. In terms of the diet, okay, what are you struggling with as per now? Yes. We meet up. Do you need anything from us? Yes. In terms of support, okay, that is what we are giving support. I hope very soon we'll start getting funding, because I'm looking for collaborations with pharmaceutical companies where we can be able to buy drugs at more affordable prices. And when we get funding, we'll be purchasing drugs for our clients and just give them. Yeah, that is our plan. Maybe before
Nice.
May. Maybe before May, we will have partnered with them. We want also to do partnerships with hospitals. And basically, for a hospital to qualify, you have to like meet the criteria of what we want, based on the fact that for us we will always choose quality.
Yeah.
You have to come assess, like, not even, and the only way that I can assess quality is for me analyzing how your hospital has been performing for the last maybe 6 to 12 months, right? And by that, I look at how you have been treating other patients, because there's no way that you'll guarantee me and tell me that you'll treat our patients from the foundation differently, if you've not been treating the patients that you have different in giving them the quality care, to be honest, right? Yeah, so I have to check on your documentation, the reviews. What I'll check most, we will check the documentation, who are seeing our patients, how quality is your care, what kind of food are you giving our patients, the medications, how the information, the knowledge basically about your staffs too. Yeah, so we have to make sure that our patients get the required care. Yes. So that is our plan in terms of collaboration with the hospitals, collaborating with pharmaceutical companies. Yes, we also have a lot, but basically that is the basic things that we need to start with before we get to the complex things. Yeah.
That is really nice, Maureen. So, how can the public support your work through volunteering, donations, or awareness?
In terms of donations and volunteering and everything, I would request, if anybody is interested, any company is interested, they can just email us at euthryvefoundation@gmail.com. And then from there, I need to engage the board, because we have a constitution that guides everything that we do in the foundation. Yes, because we just don't speak. We have to make sure that we sit down, we discuss about something, get back to you, and then we can meet, discuss further in terms of what is your mission, what is your vision with us, in terms of partnerships, this is what you are offering. Yes, this is what we can take. Yes, and just email us at euthryve foundations, how pharmaceutical companies, in terms of hospitals, in terms of funding. Yes.
Darling.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so volunteering is open for the community outreach.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, that's really
I
nice.
think I'll very soon I'll come up with a strategy. Let me work on the strategy, because in terms of volunteering, I have a lot of people who want to do that. Yes, very many. I'll come up with a strategy on how we can handle that. You can just have these people, we go. By the way, I'm loving the support. By the way, it has been amazing. for me. The support that I've got, it's incredible. Like, thank you guys, because I've found myself in places where I couldn't think that I would ever go there because of the foundation. And we are just 1 week, 2 weeks old, having these discussions. How can we help you? How can we help the foundation? Yes, so very soon when we get everything, but we have to start with the basic things. That is for you to understand. Yes, for me to come to your community, I'll come teach you, we have an outreach, right? We can be able to do some lab work. Yes, this is a diagnosis. How many documented stories do we have about a successful diagnosis that was made treatment? You see, that is where I need to start, because we have to make sure that we get a client from, it depends at which point we meet you. There are people that you meet at before diagnosis, at diagnosis, after being diagnosed, on treatment, adhering, on treatment, not adhering, preparing to go for surgery, those post-surgery, yes, those who are living with the disease with the condition, because it's with the condition, who are on treatment, others not on treatment. Yes, those who are struggling with their mental health, physical challenge. Yes, those who have been diagnosed and still have not accepted. Yes, I think it's different for everybody. So we have strategy. So kindly, if you know anybody, they can reach out to us, all our social media platforms, plus the email at euthryve foundation, for the email address at euthryvefoundation@gmail.com. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much, Nyangati Murithi. This
Thank you for having me.
this is really educating, and it can save lives. So to everyone watching, please take your time and follow. Okay, sorry, before I end this platform, you have a question, Sharif, so please write it down so that Maureen can answer. Any questions, actually? Any questions? What causes thyroid?
Oh, what causes thyroid? Okay, let me start by this. Cherry.
Sharif.
Oh, it's Sharif. Oh, okay. So Sharif, this is the thing. The thyroid is a gland that everybody has in their body. Kila mtu ako na thyroid. It is called the thyroid gland. It is located at the anterior part of your neck. It is butterfly in shape. So this is the thing. We discussed about its functions. Are we together? Yes. So when we're talking, I think the question is, what causes, hyperthyroidism, thyroiditis. Thyroiditis can be caused by infections, because it's basically inflammation of the thyroid gland. You get it? I think that is where Sharif needed to understand. Like, you have the thyroid gland. Mi niko nayo, Nafisa has the thyroid gland. Hata wewe Sharif uko nayo at the anterior part of your neck. It is butterfly in shape. Yes. Kila mtu ako na the thyroid gland. Yes. Now what happens is, the thyroid gland, at some instances, it can have hyperstimulation, hypostimulation. In hyperstimulation, we said that the hormones are excessively produced. That means we have hyperthyroidism. Sharif, are we together? Amesema okay. And then you have hyposecretion of the hormones. You have thyroiditis. It can be caused by infections. Yes. There's an abnormal growth of the thyroid gland. Where you can also have the hypersecretion or hyposecretion. Another thing that you can also have, the nodules. Some nodules can just grow, right? Like an abnormal growth somewhere. Are we together? We can also have autoimmune. Yes, some are also autoimmune. Some are also for a positive family history. Yes, you find like, nani alikuwa na goita, nani alikuwa na this and this. Yeah.
Okay.
That is
Any other
family.
question, guys? Feel free to ask Maureen. Any questions concerning this topic? Guys, feel free to ask any questions regarding thyroid glands, or anything just concerning goiter. Yeah. Feel free to type the questions before I end the live. Any question? Brenda, do you have any question? Aisha, welcome. Aisha Ismail, if you're here, do you have any question regarding this topic? And I hope you guys have learned something today, because like most of us just walk and we don't even know like we have such illness. We just walk around, we don't even know like if our body is okay. Like we get the hints, but then we ignore the hints. As Maureen said, she was talking about the way like you don't listen to your body. So today you are eating a lot, and then tomorrow you have anger issues. You get irritated quickly, and you're not even you don't want to go and confirm like, hey guys, like, hi, you talk to the doctors, you tell them, am I really okay, is everything okay? So you guys have to learn to listen to your body. So that's the lesson that I've learned today in this live session. And to everyone who watched this live, please take your time, take your health seriously, take your time and read your body, read the signs, and also share the live and follow euthryve Foundation for more awareness. And I think I will wait for her, like, Maureen Umerudi. So do you have yeah, so I was trying to tell them like what I've learned today in this live session is that take your health seriously and don't ignore the signs. If you feel like your body is kind of, just see the doctor. So Maureen, I'm going to give you space to talk about like what you want about your foundation and what support you need from anyone. Like, do you need donation support? Do you need like, what do you want basically?
So, basically, let me begin by saying that so far, the support that I've got in the foundation, from the community, from people that I know, from the people that I don't know, from people that I've never met, has been amazing. Amazing, amazing. Our mission is to create awareness, build support, build a community where everybody feels supported, seen, guided, having hope, knowing that there's always someone who can listen to me without judging me. There's someone who can guide me without judging me. There are people, because I'm not the only person in the foundation, there are people who can guide me and direct me despite everything that I'm going through. Yes. So, our objectives, I've said 3. Number 4 objective is last year, late last year, around end of November, we partnered with AI.
You partnered with?
AI, it's called AI Hackathon. And we did an amazing work with them, amazing project, where we were discussing about development of an application for euthryve Foundation. Another thing that we're doing is we have strategies where we want everybody in the community to have outreach services, not only like only in the community, even in towns. So our plan is to have partnerships with county hospitals in every county so that we can be able to reach them. It will be so easy for you to go down from the county hospitals. We go to Isiolo County, get to the county hospital, we create awareness, we build support. By that, we'll be able to visit the sub-county hospitals, make sure that the thyroid function tests are available in hospitals. The ultrasounds are available in hospitals. Okay, what are we giving in terms of partnerships? Also, in terms of the clinicians, we have nurses, we have doctors. Yes. Are you getting the relevant consult? Like you have a consult, right? Are you getting the relevant education in terms of what you're suffering from, like what you're struggling with? Yes. So those are 5. Developing the AI, I've said it. The county hospitals, yes. Awareness, support, medication, yes. Where we will get to a point where those people who are on medication, we will be able to give them medication for free. Yes.
Like
Those
a
are our goals.
continuous or a one-time thing?
No. If we are able to give you every time, we will do it.
Okay.
But however, after every 3 months, you need a review, right? Yes. In those hospitals, you can go get a review and then we can give you the medication. Yes, so that we can be able to monitor the progress. The thing is not to give medication. It is to make sure that you live an impactful and a comfortable life. By that means you just don't take drugs. You take drugs like, this is how you are doing today. This is how your TFTs were. This is the dosage that you are on. Oh, you can continue. This one we need to adjust the drug. Yes. So, in terms of what help, okay. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I was on mute.
Okay. In terms of what we want, we have applied for some for funding. However, if there is a funding company that is funding, they can reach out to us if we've not yet identified them. We would really appreciate. Another thing is the volunteer services. In terms of having lives, Google meetings, Zoom, and I appreciate because there are people who have gone that extra mile to make sure that I get in platforms speaking on my behalf, and then later come and tell me, by the way, come to this and this and this. We went, discussed about the foundation with these people. So we want these people to know about that foundation. Yes, being hosted in clubs like C Club, where I'm talking about clubs like in golf clubs, like in Toastmasters. Toastmasters, Masters International? Yes, in clubs. You see, you don't know Toastmasters? You can check them out like in Instagram. It is an international club. It is in many towns. Like you see, like golf clubs. You getting?
Yeah.
Yes, these people have like wellness clubs, wellness months, where they discuss about health. Another month fitness, another month nutrition. Yes, you can get that chance. And I'm so happy, by the way, guys. I'm humbled for the love, support that you're showing the foundation. Kindly, anybody who is willing to support us, to donate, they can reach out at euthryvefoundation@gmail.com. That is our official communication page. Yes.
So guys, follow her, follow Nyangati Murithi, and you can also follow her other account, euthryve
Euthryve Foundation.
Foundation. And thank you so
And
much.
by the way, today an episode from the corridor was released about an interview we did this week.
I watched.
Kindly go watch.
Really nice.
Ah.
It was really nice. I'm telling you guys, go and watch it. It's on YouTube.
The corridor podcast.
Yeah,
Yes.
I watched it and it
Wacha
was
tu
really amazing.
wacha niwaandikie hapa at
Yeah,
the
mwende watch
corridor.
your podcast. It was really amazing. I'm telling you guys. Leia, umewatch your dine? And then you watch for YouTube.
At the corridor, yes.
The corridor.
Mm.
So Maureen, welcome again. Nimefurahi to
Thank
have
you so much.
you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's really nice hosting you. And I feel like hata mimi, I have learned a lot today, and I'm sure many of the people who are viewing have learned a lot from this. And I just want to tell you one thing: keep doing this. Keep doing this because, like, you're helping a lot of people. Just the information itself, it's really helping. Most of us we
Thank you
don't have
so
this
much.
information, and we are really happy to have you, Maureen.
Thank you.
So guys, I'm going to end the live right now, and I will be posting this live on YouTube tomorrow or maybe even today if I finish editing it. And welcome again, Maureen. Welcome and thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Nafisa. I'm humbled.
Yeah. So maybe we'll have this next time. Personally, we will have to sit down together and talk more.
Yeah. That is
Yeah,
true.
and I might want to volunteer.
You're welcome. You are welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, I will be coming to Isiolo.
Thank you so much.
Nakuja Isiolo
You're
nikutafute.
welcome.
Wakan wa alaikum
Come
salam.
look for me.
Yeah, nikutafute, we do business.
Look for me.
Yeah. So guys, have a lovely night. Maureen, have a good night and
You too have a good night. Bye.
bye.